time to get that man a contract.
Shoot,
I've been said it was time to get that man a contract.
Because let's just be honest. Jackson State had more size than FAMU. And part of that size came from FAMU. That's a big old boy. That's a big old boy.
With nimble feet. Yep.
That's a big old boy. And listen. The SWAC basketball, although you see Southern running away with the conference, if you know anything about SWAC basketball, Texas Southern is still in striking distance. That's the team that scared me.
Because they got still number 2, right?
Yep. I feel like that's how they was positioned last time they made that run and took it all.
They know what it is. They know what time it is when March come around. It's the Johnny Jones Invitational. For real. Johnny Jones, since he came into the SWAC, since he took over for Mike Davis, that was another coach. That used to give a lot of teams in the SWAC fits. Was Mike Davis when he came as the head coach of Texas Southern. It's always been the Texas Southern Invitational. So on the men's side, and then when you think about it on the women's side, it's always the last 5 years it was the Tamika Reed Invitational.
Yeah.
But she gone over to Charlotte, so I can't, nothing we can do about that. But we balling on both sides.
For sure now.
It's like I said, it is. Whew, that, to be honest, FAMU needed to see that. Right? And I don't mean like the people who follow basketball. I mean the people in the know. Mm-hmm. The people who was unsure because of the hire, because of the AD, people who were unsure. Because let's keep it a buck, right? The same way you get your flowers, you got to take the criticism. There were some missteps by the last AD that caused some ire. This is one of those steps that have proven to bear fruit. All I'm going to say is this. If you listen to the man's interview, listen to him speak. Listen, he can coach my rec league any day. I will give him a hard 34.5 seconds on the court. The man can coach.
Not
34.5. Right. Because at 0.6, I'm going to be calling sub. But no, he is a wonderful coach, and I'm happy. I'm very, very happy.
They lead the SWAC in 3-point attempts and 3-point shots made. So he knew so when you got a guy like that comes from a Division II school, and he basically does he's playing statistics. He's an analytical guy. He's all analytics. It's basically who can we put that in the terms of the NBA? What, Daryl Morey?
Yeah.
Daryl Morey. The more threes you make, the more threes you attempt, the more threes you can actually make. The more times you shoot a 3-point shot, less than a 2-point shot. So you put it in a sense like that, and he's an analytical guy. Even though the score did not reflect what it was last night, if those 3-point shots would have failed, they could have put up 100 points on us last night.
And he don't have his guys. He just got off the bus. He ain't got his guys yet.
No.
So, this, what, like Marlo say, all tides rise, all ships. This helps the SWAT, just like Southern being the way they are right now. It helps them. So, shout out to Coach Crary, man. And I don't know if anybody saw my tweet. I submitted my interview request, so I'm trying to get him on the show. I did say at SWAT Media Day, I'm gonna get you back on the show. I just be waiting for news cycles to flip so I can get people in here. Well, the news cycle to flip. I'm trying to get him in here.
I don't speak about them folks down on the bluff like that. I'm gonna talk about them boys down there in Baton Rouge like that. I told you last week. If it ain't the only school I would talk about, that's from BR, is LSU.
So anyway, but I'm also I am in the works. Devron, if you're watching, I'm gonna get you on the show because we got to get a trustee on the show. Because if I'm gonna say, hey, we need to get this man a contract, and I've been talking to this trustee all football season about getting him on the show, I got to get him on the show. So I'm gonna work on that to get him on the show too. But
then I punk out.
No, he from St. Pete. He good people. Me and Marlo make jokes, but he good people. He from St. Pete. We grew up together. We grew up together. People. He's a Republican, so it's all of that. But we grew up together. He's St. Pete. He good people. We're gonna get him on the show. So I'm gonna get off college for a little bit. Try and get EB a chance to get up in here. Jimmy, you ain't like that no more. Matter of fact, the Heat got a dude on the squad that can do what you do.
He's just a lighter shade, ain't he?
Yeah, he just light skinned. He just light skinned.
He speak a different language, don't he?
Yeah. He short the word. Don't give nobody no problems. Go ahead and put 18 and 8 up on the board and go home. Well, ain't that what Jimmy do?
I thought Jimmy supposed to score a little over 20. I thought he was a 20-something point scorer.
Not when you're shooting 7 shots a game. Again. TP, I'm gonna ask you because I think I have an idea. If your star player shoots 7 shots a game and you don't own it, what's gonna happen?
Try to figure out why he's only taking that many shots to begin with. Is it not within our offense? Is it, a personal choice to not take the shots when they're available? Because if I put you on the court, your job is to produce, and I'm putting you in the positions to do that, whose fault is it? It's the person who's supposed to be taking the shots. Then changes have to be made. But star players normally get their shots throughout the course of the game, because I know I can look back to the playoff games where he just took over. You know what I mean? Plays ain't going to him, but he's going to take the shot because, that's what the team need for him to do to win. I don't see that same mentality, during the season.
But we talking about Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm still talking about Jimmy. Because I know he's like playoff Jimmy isn't a thing. No, it's definitely a thing because you play different in the playoffs. Kobe played the same 82 games and into the playoffs. That's why he's a 5-time champion. How many championships Jimmy Butler got? Don't worry. I'll wait. While you sitting here demanding all this money, what championship have you brought to any team you've been on? Why you want all this money? When you have a contract that still has years on it. Make it make sense.
You want all that money and want to win. You can't have both.
And last time I checked, the only time you can request a new contract is when you outperform your current one. You ain't outperforming your current contract.
And that current contract is what? He $52 million a year right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of money.
So we talking about Jimmy Buckets. We talking about Jimmy Butler. Talking about Texas. You know, formerly of Marquette. Got drafted by the Chicago Bulls. We just going down the timeline. Where he go next? He went to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
No, wasn't it Philly first and then Minnesota?
He went Philly, then Minnesota.
Philly, Minnesota. And then when he got out of Minnesota, send him on down to South Beach. So when he was in Chicago, he was trying to prove himself.
That's when he made a name for himself.
He made a name for himself.
And that was following the Derrick Rose injury.
Right. So he pretty much was that hungry to make sure that he get a name for himself. To put himself and put the team over into the playoffs because he knew that he was going to be the man at that time because of Derrick Rose, not being there because of his injury. So let's fast forward. He goes over to Philadelphia, right? Go to Philadelphia. I mean, he did what he did at Philadelphia. Didn't do too much. They went to the playoffs, but it was either first or second round exit every time. And we talking about playing with one of the best big men in the league, in Joel Embiid. But that's a whole nother case within itself, right there. Then he goes to Minnesota.
Don't get me started, Doc.
I already know. I ain't gonna get you started.
That was a
I ain't gonna get you started. Hey,
me
and you, I already know. Me and you, we that's a whole other topic right there. But he goes to Minnesota, and this is where you start seeing the falling out, right? This is where you start seeing the change in Jimmy, right? You start saying, well, I'm the man here. Y'all brought me here for a certain reason. Okay. You brought me here for a reason. And I could do with y'all can't do nothing without me. That's where you start seeing that's when you start seeing it kind of he started going from proving himself being tough as nails to start now kind of being a prima donna. You get what I'm saying? Like elite is like LeBron. I don't care what if LeBron got 4 championships in team, in 6 whatever tries, whatever. LeBron got rings. Just like you said. Kobe got rings. Kyrie got rings. You know what I'm saying? He got a ring. Like Shaq, all these players that I'm mentioning, they got rings.
It is such a fantastic
and now it's like you're down in South Beach. You did get them to the finals twice. Now, I will give you that. But you did not get the ultimate prize. So
that's like taking the kids to the ice cream parlor and not buying the ice cream. You're gonna go just look at it and then go home disappointed. You've done it twice.
So y'all so nice. Y'all are nice and
I don't appreciate Shaq defending this nonsense. I just want to say that too. I don't appreciate.
I didn't like that either. Like, bro, yeah. This is the only time you'll ever hear me say Charles Barkley was right in anything.
Shaq, a 4-time champion, got something to say about a man that ain't won one. Okay. See, Charles Barkley coming from a place of understanding because he wasn't able to get that ultimate prize. And he'll be the first one to tell you it should not be applauded. And that's real as fuck coming from him. Because for that same fact, he wasn't able to win. So he wasn't out here like you should praise me, you should do this, you know what I mean? You gotta win. That's why you play the game. You don't play the game to just play it. You play it to win. And if you're not winning, then you're gonna be paid accordingly. That's just how it is. But he's still making an insane amount of money.
But do you think also Do y'all think also that maybe in a sense that Jimmy is stuck in his ways, but also Pat Riley is stuck in his ways too?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, we got two mules.
But here's the difference, though, right? Let's call a spade a spade. Here's the difference. One has led somebody to the promised land. The other one, not so much. I'm calling it a spade. And again, y'all are so nice and well adjusted and level headed. Let me be the owner of the Miami Heat and Jimmy take 7 shots. And I'm on for real. I am now the coach that night.
But at the same time, I'm gonna kind of agree with EA. Pat Riley has ran a lot of superstars out of Miami since he took over the team. When he took over the team, like, I mean, Alonzo Mourning, he kind of ran out, but he came back. Tim Hardaway was ran out of town. He was ran out of town. Of course, Shaq comes in, and Shaq gonna do his own thing, right? They always talking about the Heat culture, the Heat way. You gotta have a certain amount of body fat and all this other stuff like that. You want lean, mean, and stuff like that. That's cool. But you know what you getting when you get Shaquille, what you got when you got Shaquille O'Neal. He like to get out. He like to party. No, I'm just hear me.
I mean, Shaq plays some good ball down there.
He plays some good ball, and he knew he had to be second fiddle when with Dwayne Wade. Like, that's his team. But also he ran Dwayne Wade out of town. As far as he ran out LeBron. LeBron, come on now. LeBron was tired. LeBron was tired of being in South Beach.
I would say this. Shaq, as dominant as he was getting to a point in his career where he wasn't the best player on the team.
Right.
And he
had to take a back seat.
That's where that division came in, because he didn't want to sit back seat to Kobe. So, decisions had to be made. He goes to Miami. Now, it's like, okay, you ain't got no choice, big man, because you old now. And Dwayne Wade is the future. So it's either play ball, and I'm pretty sure him and Pat Riley had this very uncomfortable conversation where he had to make sure he knew that Dwayne Wade is the star. You are number 2. He is the number 1. It has to be that way if we're going to be successful. And I think Pat Riley has always been good as far as making sure the player who's supposed to be the star knew they were the star. And don't get the big head to think that you're above the team. And I think that's what Jimmy Butler is right now. It's to the point where you feel like you are above the team, and that is no longer coinciding with the Heat way. And that's why he's going to have to go.
Hold on. DK, go ahead.
I was going to say it's definitely got to be a little bit of both for me. Pat Riley is definitely – he doing too much. He doing a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But at the same token, though, like, we can't sit up here and say, like, it's your job to make sure you're on time for certain events. If we're gonna crucify Zion for doing certain things, we gotta say, like, yo, Jimmy, what are you doing? Like Doc said before, like, this is actually, he did this in Philly too. He tried to get himself out of Philly too, and he did. Then went to Minnesota and do it. So this is a third. And to go back to what Shaq had said, I think it's more his beef was with his time in Miami. Let's be honest, and he also felt the way about how he was treated. Not so much. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to draw. I don't know in what interview Gary Payton said it, but it was between him and, like, there was one other player that, like, got to Shaq and was like, "Yo, you got to give it to young fella." So it came from Pat Riley too. He ain't like it, but when, like, the team, the rest of the actual dudes that they played with was like, "Yo, you gotta give it to young fella. He's got it right now," and he cooked and got them to where he needed to. So
yeah,
but Shaq is a little bit right, and it kind of coincides with the things that we know about LeBron and him not really feeling the way that he felt. So Shaq is a little bit right, but at the same time, you can't be like Jimmy. Got to play his role too. Like, okay, they're not liking what I'm doing, but I'm still getting paid by the guys. Like, you don't want to like you got to still show up and do your job properly. Clearly, like if you're going to act out and be a certain way, then there's going to be certain things that they're not going to allow you to do, like come late or do certain things that you was doing before. It's not that type of relationship. So if that's the way you're treating it, you have to automatically think that the other side is going to treat it the same way. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. You can hate and do all you can speak out. We have that right. I feel like to an extent we do have that right. So I don't mind him going out and saying the things that or certain things that he's saying, but you have to turn around and do your job, bro.
But then too, that wasn't even a Supermax. Was that a Supermax deal that he signed, or was it just a max deal?
I believe it was Supermax because he made one of the all NBA.
That's the Supermax, yeah, because it was 50.
Okay. So if you're a Supermax player, right? If you're a Supermax player, excuse my language, act like a fucking Supermax player.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you the one who's supposed to, for the young guys, you're the one who's supposed to set the example for your young dudes. If you got to be on time, be on time. If you're supposed to make your weight, make your weight. If you're supposed to make your body fat count, all that stuff like that. Whatever they do in Miami, you're supposed to do all that. You're supposed to set an example. But at the same time,
I'll get that in EA in a second. I'll get to that in a second, EA.
Oh, well, I already know about Pat Riley.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Pat Riley, I think the game is way past your prime, man. And I think for you now, and I think for Mickey Arison now, it's time to get somebody that is more of a players for the players right now, because that's what the NBA is all about now, is player empowerment. It ain't too much on the owners, it ain't too much on the coaches. It's all about the players.
I'm gonna say this
before you go, Troy. I got one thing. Because I just figured it out. I got the whole thing figured out. I'll tell you right now. He knows that he won't get another Supermax, so he wants to extend it now. Because if he plays out the duration of this contract at the level that he's been playing at, which is not that great, the money that he's going to see is going to be drastically less. And that's why the rush to get a new contract now when he still has 2 years left on his current deal. But go ahead, Troy. That's it right there.
But
So,
he just messed it all up.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this about Pat Riley, right? The one thing about Pat Riley that you need to be aware of, Pat Riley got to watch his Kentucky squad get beat by what is now known as University of Texas El Paso.
Yep, Texas Western.
Pat Riley knows how to win. Pat Riley, when he got the job with the Lakers, would yell at Michael Cooper, but he really wanted to yell at Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
If you the talent, if you the superstar, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Pat Riley gonna treat you like the superstar. But the minute you start acting like the superstar and your play doesn't reflect it, you're gonna get a different Pat Riley. Because Pat Riley is known to ride out his vets forever and a day. He kept AC Green on the squad way longer than AC was ever supposed to be on the squad.
Don't tell me that, man. Don't tell me that, because because once he left the Lakers, he sure did come to the Mavericks and play another 5-6 years with us, man.
It wasn't the same AC, and you know it. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same AC.
He wasn't. The crazy thing is, when he came to the Mavericks, he wasn't even about to get past Popeye Jones. Come on now, that should tell you something right there.
Hold on, Cedric. Wait a minute now. I be nice to everybody. Everybody. Why we doing this now? I don't bother nobody. I be nice until somebody bother with me. I don't bother with them. Now them boot skins and the ibis. I'm gonna be honest. For Eric Rett, for Ed McCaffrey, fuck Steve Spurrier, fuck the ticket lady, fuck the band director, fuck third chair flute player, fuck the cheerleaders. It's
Not
go
the
nose
third
around
chair
here.
flute player.
She made that bad decision to go to that school. Speaking of them boot skins.
Oh Lord.
So their head basketball coach before the season had started had allegations by the school newspaper that he was messaging co-eds on campus. And then after an investigation, it was determined that these allegations were unwarranted. Now, to be clear, this is the same school newspaper that outed the former president of the university by giving his cronies money who weren't showing up to work. And before that report came out, you know, he wanted to take care of his family and he wanted to focus on family. Then a couple weeks later, that school newspaper put all that out. I got more faith in the school newspaper than I do that administration.
That's bad business right there.
But if had it been FAMU, oh, we'd have been hearing about this all day long.
I don't feel bad because I would have made a whole damn lie just for that, just because.
Your coach is DMing your students. How does he still have a job? I don't know. Y'all help me understand, because I be a little slow sometimes. Oh, no. If like it's one dude that it's okay, so it's one boot skin that I rock with on Twitter. It's the only boot skin that I interact with. He had been alluding to this investigation for a while because he had assumed that the basketball coach was going to get fired because Florida supposedly has a very strict code of conduct. It's supposed to be more strict than any other university in the state because they are the flagship. That's the University of Florida. That's the boot skins.
That's the boot skins. They the Gators. Gator boots.
The only good that ever came from a Gator was a boot. That's it.
And Emmitt Smith.
He a Dallas fan. He got to say that. But I just it's wild. Like to act like that didn't even happen. That's so wild to me. Like, oh, so we just gonna act like y'all ain't just push this under the rug. And I ain't saying they're the only university to push some stuff under the rug, because like we still ain't talking about how the real scam you, them IBIS people, had a whole life wallet stock holding up their NIL, and now y'all wonder why they ain't spending no money and them players leaving left and right. You know, any day I can take a shot at the boot skins and the IBIS people is a good day.
Well, the IBIS people having a known Ponzi schemer.
That went how you get caught with a Ponzi scheme of money, and he went to USF.
Damn.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna be better. So
They don't win.
I mean, it's so much. Like y'all don't understand. It's so much. Them boot skins had a lady bouncing $30 million checks to the university, and like it took what 15 years for people to write about it. Oh yeah, listen, Linda. Them boot skins was
Florida.
Out here, only in Gainesville and Coral Gables. Them boot skins was out here. But they had a nerve to holler flagship. I just, whatever. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Do he still got a job? Oh, he got fired. He got fired.
He still got a job. He's still the head men's basketball coach. They know what? Are they number 4 in the nation?
I'm convinced it's corruption in almost all those schools in Florida at this point. Like, is all the way down to what was going on at FAMU early last year. Yeah.
The boot skins number 5. They number 5.
Like Miami with the Ponzi schemes, you got Florida State with NIL abuse or whatever you want to call it, misappropriating funds. Florida, FAMU, fucking
FAMU with the false 237 million,
that
237 million.
Are y'all done?
That team, that school in Daytona. Like they get the money, but the facilities don't show it. Like, I don't know what's going on with the schools in Florida, but fix it.
ATP.
Tell me am I wrong, man. Tell me am I wrong, Doc.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Well, you know what? We're not finna do scandal for scandal because Texas got it way better than us. You know, people.
I don't even care about them folks that. Look,
hey, we got oil, buddy. At least ours legit.
Like,
but so some other news that came out, HBCU basketball. So Norfolk State's women's basketball team had to move their game time because ESPNU was going to show the men. So let me go ahead and for some transparency.
That was
transparency. I'm a Diamond fan, so I ain't gonna rock with that whole decision from jump. But I'm gonna try and be fair-minded.
You gonna be civil today?
I'm gonna try. I'm
about to say, where Marlo at?
I'm gonna try. So Norfolk State has a nice men's basketball team. Don't I'm not taking nothing from them. But let's be honest. Of all of college HBCU basketball, Norfolk State is the standard bearer. I talk about Diamond all the time. They got a full team.
Yeah.
What's going on, Tony?
Yeah.
Who's running? Did I lose? I might have lost connection. Okay. Okay. Who's running ESPN's content direct or content division to say, you know what? That diamond in the rough over there, we're gonna pass them up for the men.
A man?
No, for the men, Norfolk State men.
Man.
Well, yeah, you know what? You're right. You 100% right. You right.
Like, a white man did that for just because. Like,
man. And this, like, I'm a channel my inner Marlo. This is the Norfolk State squad that lost to Morgan, that put Howard in the lead in the MEAC, who then turned around and lost to two Division II teams in a row.
Lost to State and Morehouse. That's bad.
Back to back. So why we overlooking the women's squad for the men's squad is crazy. Man,
is the men's squad still number one in the MEAC, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're still number one.
Man, but at the same time, the women ain't lost the game in the conference yet. They probably lost what? How many games they probably lost? About 3 or 4 games overall.
Yeah, I think
maybe if that.
And you're gonna have to put the women on first before the men could take a back. They could take a back seat.
All right, they the ones that we all shoot.
Hold on, Norfolk State men is first.
You got to promote the sport if you want people to watch it, because when there's an opportunity to have a very key and important game on the national spotlight, we cannot pass those opportunities off.
Right.
And that's the issue that I have with it, because you talk about there's not enough viewership, but then you don't even allow it to
even play, right?
Yeah. If you build it, they will come. We've heard this time and time again. But if you don't build it and you don't let it, marinate into something that people want to watch, and you're afraid of your bottom line, because that's ultimately what it came down to, is is how is this going to affect the bottom line? Are we going to have more views on this or this? Or we might have a little bit more here instead of looking at the bigger picture that down the road, this is going to build the fan base larger or to build the viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, what's the point of a media deal if we reap no benefits?
Then y'all wonder why I beat that damn dead horse. This don't make no sense. All the football games and some additional events. I'm gonna need you to give my people their money and put them on TV. Because that team is teaming. They'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime, and might beat their ass.
Mm-hmm. They can look. I'm with you on this one. Miss Diamond for Norfolk. She be busting people's ass, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
and the chick from and the other girl from Howard.
I've been hooping.
Man, they be hooping, bro.
Hooping. Put them on TV.
This is what we like. And let's again, no disrespect to the men, but the last 2 seasons, women's basketball, top to bottom, has been a better draw, a better game. Is more fun to watch. I get mad if I'm on the way home and I see, because Liv love to post scores or post like action, and Liv will post some action. I'm like, I didn't even know that was on TV. Except for North Carolina A&T, we're gonna get them in a minute. I just me and Flow Sports, we don't get along because then I be trying to figure out like how can I improve their software. That ain't a good thing. That ain't a good thing, but we'll get to them later. But
I'll tell you what, more people gonna be watching Juju Watkins than watching the men's March Madness.
Watching South Carolina. See, if y'all watch the South Carolina LSU game on this past Friday, shoot, I didn't even know it was on. I thought it was gonna come on. I thought it was supposed to come on early in the week. Shit, I didn't know they were gonna come on Friday because they moved it up because of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
right.
All I know is give the ladies their respect.
Because they hooping. They are hooping for real.
Give the ladies their respect. Malaysia for Wally, give her respect. Give that girl her respect. God dang it. Even Flage from LSU, give her some respect. And then just like what Whitney said, it's the same thing. It's the same thing when it comes to the NBA and the W. Give the women in the WNBA their respect.
Anytime I get an opportunity to big up Florida State women because they've been hooping, unlike the men, Tanaya Latson, 26.5 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists, shooting 49% from the field. Let me just check her 3-point percentage.
She the lead scorer in the country, ain't she?
Let me just check her 3-point percentage because if I'm not mistaken, by the way, she hit 18 threes one night?
She the lead scorer in the country, right?
I believe so.
Got it.
Oh.
42.3 points, 42.3%, 42.3% from the field from 3.
God damn.
Yeah.
18. Matter of fact, the girl from Norfolk hit 18 one night, and she hit 18 from 3 the other night, the night after that.
Right, it was right.
It was crazy. So why? Listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When Juju on TV, when Diamond on TV, when Florida State women on TV, I'm locked in.
You watch it.
I'm locked in. I don't give a damn about no Cooper flag. I don't care nothing about no Cooper flag.
Now with me, you know with me, with Coach Margaret on the TV, and that Jackson State squad, our ragtag butt squad. Hey man, hey, I'm tuned in. Hey, brother Picard, we just talking a whole bunch of stuff about bass, just everything.
Yeah.
This,
Yo.
That's
I'm right with BBS too. Yo.
Brother Picard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, again, for those who don't know, like I'm a Seminole, Marlo is from fam. The reason that I got to Florida State is because Marlo packed up all my stuff in his car, drove me to Tallahassee, dropped me off one day at FAMU building. I said, I'll come back. I went over to Florida State, and that's how I enrolled at Florida State. Like literally 1 day process. So, but to be clear, I was a janitor at FAMU. You can't tell me nothing else about FAMU.
Anybody paid for FAMU?
For real, $15 in 95, 96 an hour. I was balling. I was just listen. We used to have something. See, I'm about to tell a story. Marlo ain't gonna tell the story. They used to have something in Tallahassee called the Ash of the Class. If you from the 90s in Tallahassee, you know. This was a party they had at the Armory. You bring your own alcohol. Me and Marlo took our financial aid net checks and went and bought a case of Moet.
Yo.
They give kids no type of money, bro.
Yo.
Well, listen. I spent so much time on the hill. Woo, if you ever catch me talking about Florida State recruiting, I say the same thing. You need to do what Bobby did on Friday. If that recruit ain't on the set on Friday, we ain't gonna get him. We lost him. He lost. It don't matter if he white, black, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. If you take him to the set, he gonna sign. I promise you. Anytime they show up with their girlfriend and their baby mama, I was like, no, we ain't gonna get him. We ain't gonna get them. But that's my little background. So we're gonna switch off basketball for a quick little second because there is something going on at this East-West Shrine Bowl. And
oh yeah.
I'm gonna go to the brother from Alabama A&M. That big old off that young man looked like a mountain. He looked like a Raider
at the Senior Bowl.
Yes.
Hey, he was in a one-on-one rep with Shamar Stewart, bro. TP from Texas A&M held his own. Them feet was moving, bro. The feet was moving. We talking about Carson Vincent, Alabama A&M, 6'7", 305, maybe 310, but feet is nimble, held his own.
You think he can play left or right tackle at the next level?
I think he can play both. I think it's better. I think if you're gonna put him at the next level, I would start him off at the right tackle.
Yeah.
To get to kind of get him acclimated to the speed, you know what I'm saying, the NFL, and then I will, move him to the left tackle, during preseason, see how he does on the left side. So to me, I just think that he's all around, like, he's strong, and he's also strong enough to play guard, but I wouldn't put him at guard because of his frame. Because he has like almost almost has a basketball frame.
He got the long arms.
Mm-hmm.
He's wiry. You know what I mean?
But he got strength on him. He girth. But yeah, Whitley, he's been holding his own at the Senior Bowl. Now that Shrine Bowl right now,
I heard Jimmy Horn is out there embarrassing people. I heard he is absolutely cooking every DB they put on him. This is good news for his draft stock. Keep it up, young man.
But yeah,
You know what? No, we gonna do it for the clicks. We gonna do it for the clicks. I'm gonna say it. That Sanders boy. Everybody been talking about the Sanders boy getting cooked, but I'm seeing him in one-on-one drills like he is a corner. He is not.
He's not.
He's a 22.
Hybrid.
He's a hybrid safety.
Mm-hmm.
I will put him more at strong safety than at free safety because he's going to have to put some weight on him. Now, I've seen a little bit what he can do. Now, if he get his hand, my whole thing is if he gets his hands on you, he can't jam you at the line.
Yeah.
But it's all about that. It's all about his release.
You better have a safety over top. I'm telling you right now, because once they buy him, he's cooked. But if I was interested in drafting him, I would have him watching film on 3 particular safeties in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would have him watching Justin Reed, Cal Hamilton, and Jalen Petrie, because that's the role that he's going to end up playing. Somebody that's not over top, somebody that's not primarily a slot corner, and that's not primarily a box safety, because he don't have the size to be a box, he don't have the speed to play deep, and he don't have the man coverage ability to just line up in the slot every play. But if you can move him around and use him in a way that best, where you get the best of his abilities without a detriment to the rest of the defense, then he can be a good player.
But can he
tackle? I don't know about great yet, but he can be a good player at the next level. He can be productive.
But can he tackle? That's another thing that he has to work on because
see, that's the problem with me.
He's been having shoulder problems for the last couple of years because his primary goal is to lay the boom down.
Right.
Now you can't do that in today's NFL because they will call a targeting on you and you would get ejected out of the game.
I would take a player that can get somebody to the ground over somebody that's just out here to knock heads off. Because you're gonna end up costing us 15. You're gonna do more damage than good trying to knock somebody's head off.
So here's a thing I would say too. So I would put him in I won't put him in the minds of Marquise Bell, but the only way I would say it like that because when Marquise came to the Cowboys, we put him primarily on special teams, and then he got his chance as a weak side linebacker, strong safety hybrid. So with Shiloh, I'm going to start you off in special teams.
Yeah.
You can make a career, seriously. You can really make
Ryan
a career
Clark
out of special teams.
But yeah,
Ryan Clark can actually tackle though.
I actually like how the Cowboys use Marquise Bell. That set home with me because that's the position I played. We call it a rover, and that's what he played. He never dropped deep. He's either inside or he'll line up outside like an outside linebacker / nickelback. You have to be able to do both because if they go to a strong set and once you line up on that weak side and it's a tight end and you over there, now you got to cover the tight end or you covering running backs out the backfield. But that's a rover. You're not big enough to be an actual linebacker. You're not fast enough to be a DB. That was me.
Man, I remember this one dude that played rover. He was at Texas Tech named Dane Johnson, came from South Lake Carroll. He was a quarterback at the time, and he was also the kicker, but he also played safety at Carroll. But when he got to Tech, they were trying to. I remember Coach Dykes was trying to put him at try to put him at free safety, and it was the first 2 games he got cooked, and then next thing you know, Coach Dyke was like, "Nah, we're not putting you at free safety. We're gonna put you at that Raider position, the rover position. That's what they call it, the Raider position." And like all you see was a white boy with long blonde locks coming out of his helmet, just knocking everybody to the fucking ground.
You know what? We gonna.
I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, I'm pissed off about that.
We gonna save some of save some of this for a little later on Thursday podcast. We got some stuff to talk about, but I got to be honest with y'all. Like if you know my fandom, you know the Aces is my squad because you know silver and black is silver and black. But I'm gonna need y'all to hear me out. Listen, y'all know I love me some Vegas Aces. I do. But I get the more Kelsey Plum going to La La Land. I don't care we get Jewel. I don't care.
Wait, what?
I don't care. Listen.
That's a great trade.
I am sure it's a great trade.
Oh,
but let me get in my feelings for like 20 minutes. Did we really have to make that trade? Could we trade her for Cameron Brake? Like,
why would you want that?
Why would I want Cameron? That's Twin Towers.
That's instant loss of production. What are you talking about? Jewel Lloyd gives you 20. Easy. Not no like, this game I'm on, this game I'm off. No, Jewel getting you 20. She giving you 20 for sure. That, like, come on, man. That duo is gonna be insane.
Long as we get back to the chip, I you know, I'll just grin and bear it. But
she gets to have her team. Kelsey gets to be the main event, and I'm sure that she's probably ready for that and want that. To be honest,
I don't know. You know, Cameron's still Cameron. Cameron still got the best draft day outfit ever. 90 inches of split. I ain't never seen that before. Never seen that before.
I don't think TP for the comic. TP got to stay on.
Listen, Florida State had a recruiting poster up today. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. That poster was recruit. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Ron. We're gonna get to that. But yeah, so if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see. So also breaking news. That was the breaking news I was getting ready to talk about. Ronald posted in the chat. Brittany Griner is going to the Atlanta Dream. I wish EB had came on to the podcast because EB and Jamal had come on the podcast because I would have really liked to get their thoughts on it. Personally, anything that makes Brittany happy, I'm all for it.
This will be the first time she will not be in Phoenix for her whole career.
For real. Yeah. 10 years, 11 seasons. 11 seasons.
Yeah.
So now here's the thing: the writing is on the wall for the Mercury. The writing is on the wall for Diana Taurasi.
Yeah,
it's time for you to go. The game, it doesn't matter if you still got it. What are you playing for? You just playing for nothing. You're playing for nothing now. Like you're playing for nothing. Like
the Dream is tough. This team with that addition is tough.
Then I'm reading a thing over here. I'm on ESPN, on the ESPN app. I see that Phoenix trying to meet with Satu Sabali. Because she said she wants out of Dallas. But here's the thing. The reason why she wants out of Dallas, right? Because who's coming to Dallas?
Nobody. That's one of the reasons.
In the draft, who coming to Dallas in this draft? Coming up draft.
Oh man, Juju.
Nah,
No.
Juju ain't.
No,
Who coming up?
she
No.
got another year.
Oh no, that is the superhero we deserve. Paige Beckers.
Thank you.
That's the superhero we deserve.
Paige might stay another year.
Paige is coming to Dallas. We got the number 1 pick.
Paige might stay another year is what people saying because she getting paid more money in college.
Paige is gone.
Paige out of them.
Paige is gone. Paige read the room when she saw Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese leave. The writing's on the wall.
Paige gone.
Paige, you had done everything that you had done at the University of Connecticut. It's time for you to shine.
Like your girlfriend at Kapalua, she gone.
But yeah, that's interesting right there. That would have been a nice trio right there with Satu, Ari K, and Paige. But
we just please understand the state of basketball. The state of basketball is in such a situation where the women's game is absolutely the better game.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Anthony Davis complaining about not being a defensive player of the year candidate. No, you supposed to be MVP candidate. You supposed to help LeBron get close to Mike. You're supposed to be all these things, and you what? 25 games a season. I'm not.
No. Hold on. He played like 70. He played like 72 games last season. He did his thing. He did his thing last season.
I said that's not fair. I said that's.
Did he get first team out? He got first team out NBA last year too, right?
Yeah. No.
He got was it second team? He got something because you played
defensive team
games.
probably for sure. Because that probably Embiid and Jokic is what this sounds like, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Whitley. Diana Taurasi need to go ahead and hang them sneakers up. Hang them up, sis. Gone and retired. Gone out of the just ride out in the sunset like your homegirl Sue Bird did a couple years ago.
Anthony Davis did. Sure.
It's time for you to go. But yeah, let's talk about what you just put in this chat. Jewel Lloyd and Kelsey.
Yeah, we were just speaking on that. Yeah.
Kelsey Plum. Come on, Troy. Tell us what's going on with that.
Man, look. I know why they made the trade. They made a trade because Kelsey Plum is not. She's had some offensive sputters in the playoffs. That series against Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look. Was it no? The series against the Liberty. That it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all.
I think her response in the press conference after those games is what got her fired.
Yeah. And let's be honest, the young GOAT need running mates because when she get double teamed, y'all got to make open shots, and it can't be all one lady an entire playoff series. That's crazy. So I know
teamed at times.
Yeah, I know why they made the trade. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Once I have my favorites, I have my favorites. Period. So I'm a fan. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not a fan. I'm a fan. I'm an absolute fan. Do I know ball? Yes, I do know ball, but it is much more enjoyable to be a fan. Just like I don't want to be a programmer when I'm watching a stream. But Strong Arm Sports, after I done paid my money, got me questioning their ability to write software. I should not be a software developer watching a basketball game. But I'm gonna digress. So as a fan, I have my favorites. I absolutely have my. Ooh, that's interesting. Should have got rid of Sidney Scales for KP.
You better not let Whitley see that.
Ooh.
I mean, you're gonna have the folks that's gonna come out and defend KP. You gonna know how that's gonna go. And you know who those people gonna be.
Woo. You know what? We gonna move on. We gonna move because I know me. We gonna move on.
Hey, what do you think about this, Tony and TP DK? The Kings are open about talks of trading De'Aaron Fox.
Send him somewhere he can be successful. I'm tired of seeing this.
No, we're not finna skate by that. This motherfucker got a coach fired. He got a coach fired, and now he won't out? No. Until he signed didn't he sign a max contract?
Yes, he did.
So some sort of extension or something like
that.
Without a no trade clause.
Yeah.
He will sit here until the last year of that contract. You done fired the coach.
He already owned. This is his last year of his contract.
Oh, this is the last year? Okay, get him up out of there. Y'all done fired a coach for him.
But here's the
he got 1 year left. He got 1 year left. He got 1 year left.
Next year is his
next year. Yeah, last year.
Here's the thing, Troy. When you let a player sit in purgatory out of spite, you set your franchise back. Regardless of whether or not he got a coach fired, if you don't believe that he's going to be the key to your success and you have an ability to trade him and get more pieces in, then that's what you have to do. You have to swallow your pride and you have to make a move that's beneficial to the organization.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. However, they fired a coach that took them to the playoffs.
Hey,
the only thing they missing is some veteran pieces. That's it. They got Sabonis boy. He ain't no superstar, but he's a
superstar. He a hooper.
Sabonis is a hooper.
So you got two pieces.
He comes from a basketball family.
You just
he was
need
on NBA
somebody.
Team last year.
As a matter of fact, wasn't Buddy Hield on that squad that went to the playoffs?
No. He was years removed from the Kings. Yeah.
He got traded.
Even if he was, I don't do that.
And got traded.
No, I'm not saying
go back. Traded to Golden State.
I'm just saying get shooters to go with your dominating point guard and your power. Wait, Sabonis is a power forward because
he's a center. He's a center.
He a center. Boy, the NBA.
Yeah, he's 7 foot. He's 7 foot.
He's like between 6'10" and 7 foot. But yeah, bro, and to kind of go back to AD a little bit, because there was a comment that he don't want to play center, or he wants them to have a center. And I kind of went through this on my little stream that I had earlier. There really isn't. Yeah, but like there really isn't that many quote unquote centers that we deem like the Shaqs and the Kareems. There really isn't that anymore. AD is one of the bigger dudes in the NBA right now. Like
he's soft.
But what I'm saying is like that's just what the NBA is now. Sabonis is that guy. He's a center.
Embiid is supposed to be that center. Me and TP already said we ain't gonna get into this argument, but he is supposed to be that center. But he plays like he wants to be a damn stretch forward. You're not that. He's not that. If you don't get your big ass 300-pound ass down on the block and give me a drop step. And
you're talking about Joel.
Yeah, Joel Justin Harris.
My bad. I thought you were talking about AD. AD is a stretch forward.
Yeah, I know AD is a stretch forward. AD don't like playing. He don't even like playing center. He said that.
Like this is a family show, so I can't say what I want to say.
I'm sorry, you don't get your big ass down on that block. I'm gonna say it for you. Get down on that block, get power move, drop step, something instead of trying to shoot a three. And then I don't like. Here's the thing that irritated me, right? Here's the thing that irritated me, right? I don't like the fact that you're telling the organization, I'm not playing back-to-backs. I'm playing. I probably play 2 or 3 games, 2 games out of the week, and I'm gonna sit 3 games. Excuse my language. What the fuck do I need you for on the team? What do I need you for on the team? You eat. First of all, you eat up my salary cap, because that's what you're really doing. And I could get me a capable big man that wants to play out, 4 out of 5 games, whatever, in the road games and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not signing no Joel Embiid to no Supermax deal. Well, he can't get a Supermax deal because you got to play 65. Well, you got to play 65 games. You got to be on first team All NBA and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
that ain't happening this year. So
didn't get it last year neither.
Yeah, count your days, buddy.
Let's see how not playing back to backs. How has that helped the 76ers? Oh, they're 11th in the East, 6 games out of a playoff spot.
They got Chicago, Atlanta, and Detroit all over them. That's terrible.
And then guess who puts this pressure on? Who the pressure gets put on?
Tyrese
Maxey.
Paul George.
Wait, hold on. Paul George ain't got out of a situation where he was the main focal point. When he was at the Clipper experiment with him did not go well. Let me just reiterate.
But it wasn't his fault. And you can't say it was his fault. He played his
I can't
part.
say that was his fault. He played to his fault. But at the same time, he didn't get no help from Harden. He definitely didn't get no help from Kawhi. Like, seriously.
Kawhi hooping now.
He hooping now because he ain't got to worry about Paul. And then he ain't got to have the ball. And then too, he ain't got to have the ball in his hand. Because James is going to be
ruining basketball. I just want to point that out.
What'd you say?
They are ruining the sport. They are ruining the experience for the fans. This is what's happening.
Like if I want to go to LA, and if I want to go watch a Clippers game at the Intuit Dome, and you tell me Harden or Kawhi ain't playing, as a fan, I'm gonna be like,
oh man,
I'd be like, fuck this shit. I'll be happy because I'm in the dome. I'll be happy that I'm watching the game in a new arena and stuff like that, and just checking all the semantics and everything out. But at the same time, I come to see stars play.
Like I remember I was home on leave, right? And my stepdad got me tickets, me and my little brother tickets to go to the Rockets game. If I'd have showed up at that Rockets game and James Harden and Dwight Howard wasn't playing that night, I'd have walked the fuck back.
I'm telling you.
Because why do we as fans go to games? We go to see our favorite players.
Why we spend all that money?
We go to enjoy the sport and hopefully see our team win. But when you don't play your starters when they're healthy, you're showing that you don't care about winning this game. And then the guys that are out there, they're just playing just because.
And I understood why Santa Pop did it when Tim and all of them was in San Antonio, because he was trying to preserve them.
Yeah, they
for
was
the playoffs.
He started doing that. I was cool with that.
Winning.
Yeah, right. But they were still they were winning.
Winning.
Yes, they were winning. Yeah, but I'm saying they were preserving them for the playoffs because they was winning.
And they were old as shit.
Yeah, and then when you got Kawhi came in, it's like, well, he did what he did, but then you start seeing the injuries come into play and stuff like that. Then you start seeing the load management. It's like, bro, come on now. You too young. You too young to go out there and not want to ball three games out of the week, or at least give me 3. I mean, if you could give me 3 games out of the week, I'll be happy. And if it's home games, give me 3 home games out of the week. I'll be good. But you can't even. But you can't even do that. Y'all can't do that. Like Joel, bro, you have not been the same since Kawhi done shot that 3 in your damn face in Toronto in 2018. You ain't been the same since. Had you crying on national TV to your girl and everything. Like, had them crying.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard he's played at least 70 games twice in his career. It was his first 2 years. He ain't touched 70 games since.
They said he's only played 190 something games out of maybe 500 to 600 games since
he's missed a lot of time.
Yeah,
because he had one season he only played 9 games, and he had one season he only played 8 games. So those numbers are going to add up. And a lot of his seasons he didn't even play over 60 games. It was around 50 something. So this is something that we've seen from him. So like what the Clippers tried to do was bring in other stars to, basically if Kawhi's not going, at least we have another star on the floor.
But Paul George was sitting out with him.
I know.
But Paul George had issues
because they both went on the court.
Right. His issues
with the green light.
What his issues with his shoulder, was his knee or something like that?
It's been knees, it's been shoulders, it's ankles,
some of everything. But at this point,
I don't know.
Again, y'all say I don't give LeBron credit. You can pick up the phone and say, LeBron, you've been doing this for 20 years. What I need to do? Like you gonna be. I'm just gonna. Carmelo is one of my favorite players, but let's keep it a book. He done said if he would have took his nutrition and his weight training and all that serious, he would still be playing. You have guys in the NBA right now who can pick up the phone and be like, LeBron, what you doing? And they're not doing it. And I'm going to forever call him Pandemic P. He is a problem. He got too much talent and not producing. It is putrid. That's what it is. Pandemic putrid is what he is. It frustrates me because he is the type of player that I like. I like Alex English. I like Carmelo Anthony. That's the type of players I like. And he not that, and it's disappointing.
But see, you just named 2 players, right? Alex English, Carmelo Anthony. What are they known for?
Buckets.
Thank you. Alex English was one of the most deadliest shooters in the NBA. Did not care who you was, he didn't care who was in front of him. He didn't care who was behind him. If it was a 3, he let that thing loose. Carmelo, king of the mid-range, because I ain't gonna lie to you. You can say he shoot a lot of 3s, but his game was the mid-range. Like that's another lost art that we don't see in basketball. Like they don't shoot mid-range jump shots. The only other person I see that shoot mid-range shots is KD. I think KD shoots it. Kyrie shoots mid-range shots. If LeBron wanted to, he can shoot mid-range shots, but that ain't his thing. LeBron is a locomotive. It's still at the age of 40. I'm going downhill. Stop me if you can.
Still can't.
He's a walking bucket. Or if he don't see it, go throw that thing out. for the open shot. Like, I understand what you're saying, Troy. Call LeBron. Ask what he doing. You know what he doing? LeBron be in that cryogenic chamber, getting his body right. He got that private. He got that personal chef, that private chef, cook his food and stuff like that. He takes a nap. What? He takes a nap 2 hours before it's time for him to go to the arena. When he gets into the arena, he start getting his body warmed up, getting it right. Nobody sees that other than LeBron's teammates, and then of course his kids, and Savannah. But nobody else sees that, and then nobody else asks him, like, dude, what do you do? Like, it for like players like that, like Jerry Rice. Out of the 22 seasons Jerry Rice played, he only had one season that he missed. And that's where remember he tore his knee up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tore his knee up. But guess who was right behind him? A man named Terrell Owens.
Oh Lord.
Pretty much damn near followed the same damn regimen that Jerry Rice was doing.
That heel.
Yeah, he was following the same regimen. Like, and then you think about T.O. T.O. was probably he was a bionic man.
He looked like he could play now.
He could still play now. Like, for real. And he close to 50. Like, when you start thinking about it, like, why don't these young dudes ask the older guys, how do you keep yourself in shape to play for a very, very long time?
You know the answer to that. You already know the answer to that.
Lazy.
It's just like with your kids. They think they know everything.
Yeah.
You can't tell them nothing.
See that should go to somebody like, yeah, I'm about to step on a whole bunch of toes. Zion.
Tubby.
Understand this? So yes, you in New Orleans. You're in New Orleans. You're in the Big Easy. Of course, you're gonna have all that good food and stuff out there. Of course, you got Mardi Gras that's get ready to start up, and that started up already. You know, you got all this stuff, got all the distraction, but dude, what is you doing? You have not played. He been in the NBA how long? He been in the NBA since 2019?
Going on, yes.
2019 is going on. He's 6 years in the league. Him and Ja came out the same year, right?
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, 6 years.
6 years. Ja, other than Ja having the suspension with the gun and everything, and then he was injured he was injured last year, right?
Yeah.
He was injured last year. But other than that, Ja has played in every game for the Grizzlies. And every time he played, he don't disappoint. I mean, like, dude, you got to take care of yourself, because now you want that. Hey, Zion, he's on a max deal, right?
No. He's not on a max
deal.
He's not on his rookie deal. He's on a max deal.
He's on a max deal.
Yeah, he's on a
max deal.
But his max deal is weird because he has
a lot of provisions and clauses in it.
He got an NFL contract. It's crazy. Because we talked about it on here that he had like an NFL style contract, weigh-ins and all that kind of crap. Oh wait, no. I think they might have rescinded those clauses in there. I'll have to check it again, but I believe he initially had those clauses, and then they rescinded them because people like me jump right on it. But see, we you know what? I'm finna do another hear me out because I'm finna be outlandish. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I 100% hear me out. You know what? You know what to stop all this problem? Instead of chasing them porn stars, he could have took his behind down to Greensboro. He could have took his behind over to NCCU. He could have went to Johnson Smith. Yeah, all these places he could go to find him a good, wholesome woman. But you want to chase behind these OnlyFans models? That's how we got here. All your business in the street. So not only are you not eating right, you out here in the streets. Again, where is your support network? See, if the support network is he taking care of the family, you got the wrong people. Because I'm here to tell you, let me find out David out here. Man, y'all going to see me beating a grown child on national TV. We don't play like that. We don't even play like that. We take care of our kids. We make sure they don't fall in the pitfalls. Look at Jaden Daniels' mama. She's making sure that my child don't be blowing his career on OnlyFans models.
I'm sorry, his mama fine. His mama fine, but she don't play that shit though.
I'm gonna say this since we're talking about fine mamas. I don't want to see, and Taylor Swift has made me a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I don't need to see Taylor Swift mama on Taylor Swift on TV no more. I need to see Xavier Worthy mama on TV. That's what we need to see on TV.
She fine too.
Yo, I thought the funniest part of that the post game was when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were walking and they saw some fans and then she introduced herself like they didn't know who she was.
We know where is Xavier Worthy mama? So, you know what? I want to TP, like it's been eating at me since they made the announcement. And I gotta keep it a buck, right? I gotta be fair. If I'm gonna call North Carolina the AARP Heels, my Raiders gotta be the old ass Raiders. Why are we pulling Pete Carroll out of the nursing home? Because I know what's next. Neighbor Lady is next.
No, that's never gonna happen.
If Neighbor Lady show up at
Russell Wilson is the reason Pete Carroll wasn't coaching anymore in Seattle. Why would he bring him to Las Vegas?
Yeah, that would be a dumb move right there.
He's literally the reason why Pete Carroll had to step upstairs.
From your lips to God's ear, I have seen what God has done for other people. Please make sure my quarterback is not neighborlated. That's all I ask.
No, you ain't got to worry.
He's unlimited.
I promise you ain't got to worry about that.
You gonna have one of them young boys, man. You fine.
But the sad reality is y'all are gonna have a worse option. So take that with a grain of salt.
You know, I could suffer through a rookie making mistakes than a 55-year-old man throwing pick sixes.
55.
Like, I would even take Jameis Winston over Neighbor Lady.
No, you're wild. No,
I'm not.
You're out of pocket.
I'm not.
What? J-Boo? I'll take J-Boo.
I know he's gonna bring. There ain't nobody more passionate than Jameis Winston.
Right.
That man oozes passion. literally out there on the field before, during, and after games. Give me James. I mean, I got CJ Stroud, so I'm good, but you know what I mean. If I didn't have a QB, give me James. Give me James.
Just saying, if Jameis out there, at least we will get good podcast content from Jameis. We ain't getting nothing from Neighbor Lady. You just gonna have me flipping over chairs dealing with Neighbor Lady.
That's not content. And that's not content.
Why I gotta get a coronary because he want to throw goofy interceptions. Wait, what? Again, for all the new people here, I call Russell Wilson Neighbor Lady because everybody loves Sierra and wants to interview Sierra. When I called him listen, Neighbor Lady. That's Mr. Neighbor Lady. If anybody remember the Red Bell show, Neighbor Lady. Mr. Neighbor Lady.
I would love the opportunity to interview Russell Wilson. I don't know what you mean because I would have some legit questions like how was your transition from NC State to Wisconsin? How was it playing for Pete Carroll, playing with Marshawn Lynch and Cam Chancellor in that locker room? Like, what was the experience? Like, I would have some legit questions because he's had, a very interesting football career. Mind you, he was drafted to play baseball as well. Mm-hmm. He was a multi-sport athlete.
And then on the HBCU standpoint, how about your grandfather being the head men's basketball coach and the athletic director at Jackson State back in the 60s?
Right. Disrespect got to stop.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care if y'all don't like it. I would rather interview Sierra. Everybody want to step. Anyway, I would rather interview Sierra. I'm sorry. He a cool football player and all, but you married Sierra. And he did right by her too. It's okay to be a cornball. Ain't nothing wrong with being a cornball.
That's her cornball. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's her cornball. Don't get me wrong. Black love is fucking excellent. That if he wants to be a cornball to her, and she love it, shit. More power to you. I can't complain. I can't say anything bad about it. You know what I'm saying? At least you ain't with that woman that you was before you got drafted.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. The HBCU Athletic Conference, they are having, I think they're completing their basketball tournaments. I think it completes today.
Damn.
I think it completes today, if I'm not mistaken. If I didn't read that wrong, I think it completes today. I'll make sure we get an update by next Tuesday on how everything went down, what it looks like, or what the expectations are for the NAIA basketball tournaments and all that. So we'll definitely get that scoop. I'm also going to try and get Liv back on and Hurd back on because I need to find out about Lincoln.
Which one?
The
Pennsylvania, Missouri.
Pennsylvania. No, which one? No. The one that played for the national championship last year is Missouri, right?
Nah, Pennsylvania.
No,
okay. Missouri. Yeah. No, Missouri. No.
Missouri.
Oh, you said for the national championship last year? Yeah. No, that's Langston.
I'm sorry, Langston. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Langston. I definitely want to find out what's going on with them. So I'll make sure we get the smaller school info from our HBCU basketball experts. I definitely want to get them on. Again, this is all predicated on if we find out the timeline of getting Coach Crary on, everything is cleared. We're going to have him on to make sure that we get that interview. Because like I said, so at Media Day, I made that promise. We're going to hold that promise. But
let me know because
so I'm not speculating. I don't know nothing. I am 100% sure there are mid-major ADs watching a close eye on what he's doing. As a graduate of a PWI, They do nothing more than go, I need the next best thing as soon as I get an opportunity. And a young coach who has elevated his way up and is making headway, them be the first ones they be looking at.
Yeah.
Sometimes they make a mistake, like Norval. But a lot of times it's a good hire. Definitely a good hire.
Hey, TP. I mean, tell you, we're going to be out your way in October the 25th.
Are you coming to Vegas?
Yeah, Jackson State playing Grambling at Allegiant Field, Allegiant Stadium. It's already been confirmed.
Oh, yeah,
It sounds like we need media credentials.
You know, listen, I'm
You
gonna reach
already
out.
got
AD Jerome, SID Jerome, I will be reaching out. Y'all know I don't have no problem filling out a form, sending this is what I do.
Hey man,
I tell you what, regardless, I'll be there.
So
I know my folks already done got something trying to get their rooms booked. I'm looking at them like, "Woo, y'all ain't wasting no time."
Right, like shoot, we got like 10 months. Shoot.
Nah, you don't know my folks like that. My folks like shit. If it's a game, if it's a Jackson game, so what you say? What you say, Troy? Them deep people gonna be out there, right?
Yeah, them deep people be out there. Them deep people be out there.
We gonna be out there.
You can say them deep people catfish suck, and your timeline gonna explode.
What you say about our catfish?
Exactly.
Why we
disrespect?
What did the catfish do to you?
I'm just using it as an example. Them deep people. Oh my God!
What you say about our catfish, cuz?
I still like Jeffy. Like Jeffy, whole life exploded over a poll about football stadiums.
Oh man! And then he done put everybody talking about on the thing talking about bestiality. I'm like, bro, what is you on? And it really got real when he put my oldest daughter picture on there. Yeah. I said, nah, bro, I'm sorry. Cause I probably had to come to Montana and lay hands on you, bro.
Right. No.
Yeah, it got crazy.
I don't do my child, I don't care if she is grown. Still, that's still my child.
Right.
So, but yeah, he lost his whole marbles. Jackson State ain't better than Montana. The proof is in the pudding.
I'm just gonna point this out. In November, football games, I ain't going to Montana under no circumstances. You know what? Let's just go ahead and eliminate this. Unless it's the beginning of the season, and I got a reason to go.
Unless you in North Dakota State and got a dome, I ain't going.
And that'll be like I need Blue to explain to me what's what before I even think. Blue and FCS Nation Radio, I need them, Kev. I need them to explain to me what's what before I go up there because it be cold up there. And I know it's some mooses and animals that can go on the grill up there. The game one already on my ass because I done shot somebody animal trying to get me some ribs. So I already know what the deal is. I'm trying to make sure I get through all of this new Jake Paul and his brother, man.
Oh yeah, the reality series.
Yep. So
they're gonna be fighting one day. I don't know. I forget the day that they said, but
you know what, TP, I ain't did this in a while. I ain't did this in a while. It's fake. It's all fake. I don't believe nothing they do is real.
No,
you can't make me. It is all WWE smoke and mirrors. Like,
well, at least one actually wrestles, and he actually got some bumps and bruises on his ass. But the one thing I don't like about him is he's only there for a certain amount of matches, especially when it comes time to the big PLEs. Like we'll see him this Saturday in the Royal Rumble. You'll probably see, WrestleMania. He's gonna try to have some sort of shtick as far as like a storyline or something like that. Like Logan only comes out for the big PLEs. He doesn't really come on SmackDown or on Raw like that, unless it's some leading up to a PLE. But Logan is actually he's athletic. He's athletic. He's talented. I will give him that. But
I'm over it. I'm just over it. Like, if get into a fight, a real fight with a real boxer or a real MMA currently, not no retired dude, not no 55-year-olds, get in the ring with, you know what, TP, I know who they should fight.
I don't want to talk about when you said the Mike Tyson, he was restricted from trying to kill Jake Paul.
I know.
That he wanted that money. He was restricted because I don't give a damn. You are Mike Tyson. Iron Mike.
This
The baddest motherfucker on the planet. Right? Your job is to go out there is to seek, destroy, annihilate.
Mm-hmm.
You had that he dangled that contract on top of your head, and it was like for nothing. Like seriously, that what made me that is what made me upset, because like if this was the true Mike Tyson, this motherfucker would be biting ears and
all type of shit,
everything. Like seriously.
I want him to fight a real MMA guy. What's the dude out of Vegas? I can't think his name. He always gets suspended. What the heck is his name?
Not John Bone, not
John Bone Jones. Fight him right now.
He killed
right
him.
now.
John
Right now.
him.
Fight him right now.
What's the deal about Canelo coming?
And then he gonna hit you with the trunk.
I mean, that's a fair fight because actually they both be on that stuff, so that'd be fair fight.
Taking John Bones,
and I think so. I think that's happening, Doc. I think that's happening. I think
the Canelo.
I forget dude's name, but the Canelo fight, yeah. Terrence. It's Terrence some shit. Crawford. Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
Right.
That shit. Yeah, I don't know if it's in Vegas, but they might well go ahead and have it back down here in Texas.
Hey, tell you right now, Terrence Crawford, whooping feet. It's gonna be ugly.
Hey, old is Terrence.
I don't want no problems with Terrence Crawford. No.
Hey, what he did to EJ, oh my God. I remember. You remember that Martin the
lumps?
What Tommy Hearns did too. That's what Terrence Crawford did to EJ.
Yeah,
hey, bro, EJ, you got knocked the fuck out, man.
Willie Lump.
Hey,
just telling you.
I'm telling you right now, Canelo fight Crawford, he gonna look like a ripe red tomato by the end of it. Right.
I'm interested. I'll pay for that shit.
But Canelo is a very polished fighter now. I will say that.
When he first came around,
yeah, he was good then, but he's polished now. Like, if we could have got the Canelo Mayweather fight with both of them in their prime, I think it might have went the other way. Because Canelo got the size on him.
Right.
It been ugly, bro.
I don't know, man. That's just speaking from somebody who didn't watch, years and years of the sport. Because when
I'm just saying you get a prime Canelo and a prime Floyd Mayweather,
Oh no! Prime Mayweather with his hand not broke. It might be something.
I'm saying though, like, all right, give me a prime Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather, not a 48-year-old Oscar De La Hoya.
Shit!
Oscar
might be whooping.
Are we talking about 2000? Are we talking about early 2000 Floyd Mayweather, where he actually was knocking folks out?
But Oscar was that.
He barely beat an old Oscar De La Hoya. He had to go to the city.
Right. Prime Oscar might put hands on it.
Before lingerie or after lingerie?
Before. What you mean?
I need to ask because before lingerie, I'm just saying Oscar was nice. Before lingerie,
he was untouchable at that time.
Oh, you talking about late 90s, early 2000s, Oscar De La Hoya going up against the early 2000s Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
That would have been nice. That would have been a good, actually clean fight.
Yeah, I believe
that would be an actually clean fight. But I mean, if you think about it, like, yeah, Terrence Crawford ain't to be fucked with.
Whooping feet, bro.
Hey man, before we get out of here again, I gotta talk about my Raiders because this can't wait till Thursday. Mark Davis, bro.
Oh Lord,
you starting to head into that Jerry Jones land of just saying shit. And as a person who has been known to just say shit, I rarely judge people who just say shit. But to say that John Gruden
head was chopped off.
You didn't need to say that.
That was bad business right there, man.
Matter of fact, you didn't need to praise Tom Brady at all. If the Tom Brady effect is to go get the AARP coach, you have failed.
Look, John Gruden stuck his head in a wood chipper. That's how he lost his head. He did that to himself. I don't want to hear no difference.
That's it. Yeah, I can't put no fault on him, but other than him.
But yeah. It wasn't on the owner. He damaged the shield. And you know what they say. Yep. Nobody is bigger than the shield. Look at the Commanders' old owner sitting on the sidelines complaining. Ain't nobody bigger than the shield. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Come on, man.
He's pissed. Like he was hating from the side. Hey, TP, what they say? He was hating outside the club.
He can't even get
it. But it's just so crazy. Like, look, man, Dan Snyder crying because his Commanders was down there one game away from going to the Super Bowl. And you could have did a lot of things with that team if you would have did it right. You know what I'm saying? As a owner, you see
fuck him. He got $3 billion.
I'm just saying, fuck him. But you see what Magic Johnson and the other owner, the Magic Johnson being the minority owner and the majority owner, they doing for the Commanders. Shit, hey,
Sending a quarterback with a torn ACL on the field to run a read option, yeah, fuck
it's diabolical work.
And the coach that did it.
Oh, you mean that one?
That was Jay Gruden, right?
That was
who was the offensive coordinator? Jay Gruden. Yep.
Yeah.
That was Jay Gruden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Something about them Grudens don't sit right with me. I don't know.
I don't even get on my Cowboy because right now I'm you know what? Here, can I go on my diatribe? Can you give me the big box right here?
Oh, okay.
Can't be no worse than these boys, bro. We suck. We suck, bro.
Time management coach I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, we got Matt Eberflus as our fucking defensive coordinator. You could not even go in-house and keep an ass Al Harris to be your DC.
The Bears, I guess they play a little bit of defense, man. Like, just don't ask him to manage any type of
play. Right, that's all I was gonna say. Yeah, you good
take
with
that
the
out of his duties. Don't even look up there. Just get a stop.
Right, that's all you got to do.
Go ahead, Doc. I know you. I know you're in your feelings. Go ahead.
I, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, am fucking fed up with how Jerry Jones is treating our franchise like it's his personal playpen. You knew you wanted to get rid of Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy wanted to go interview with the Bears. You denied it. And then the next week you say, here's your pink slip. You can go do whatever you want. What type of bullshit is that? All right. Then you spend, after the firing, you spend 2 weeks not doing a damn thing about trying to find us a head coach. We had plenty of coaches, DCs, OCs come in and interview. Aaron Glenn, DC for the Detroit Lions. Ben Johnson, I think Ben Johnson came to interview. Hell, we even had Kellen Moore, who was our OC, and you let him go. He came in and interviewed. We had speculations about Deion Sanders coming out of Boulder to come interview for the job. We had speculation about Jason Witten, who's coaching high school football in Denton, Texas, coaching his sons to be the next head football coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And you go with a guy who didn't call now one damn play last season in Brian Schottenheimer. Don't get me wrong. The Schottenheimer name is up there. Look who his dad was. Dad was Marty. The only thing about Marty was he couldn't get past the big game. The fumble, the mistake by the lake, the 2003 AFC Championship game, San Diego versus New England. Even when he was at Kansas City, couldn't get past the big game. Hopefully Schottenheimer, hopefully he's not one of these puppets for Jerry Jones. Hopefully he has something to say. I hope he's boisterous about what he wants. Now, the Matt Eberflus deal for him being a DC, I don't know what he does as a DC. I never seen what type of defense that he run. I knew that he was a horrible head coach in Chicago, or it's the fact that the McCaskies didn't give him what he wanted. But at the same time, I'll say this again. The only way the Cowboys are going to get out of this funk, which has now stretched for 30 years now, is if we dig up Jerry Jones' mama, tell her to put on a black dress and say, let's go to your son's house in Highland Park and lay some flowers on his door. That is the only way that we could get our franchise back. That is the only way we will be lifted from this big genjutsu. I would say this. If Steven ain't got enough balls in his pocket to do a hostile takeover of the Dallas Cowboys, you, my good sir, are no better than your own daddy. And maybe we need to put some flowers on your grave too, because it's going to take the whole Jones family to cease to exist before we get our franchise back. And that is my final say, courtesy of Doc Holliday.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, we gonna dig up Jerry's mama. We gonna tell her put that black dress on for your son's funeral.
Yeah, we ain't never gonna get monetized. Hey, so again, for everybody from HBCU OverDrive that is not following the podcast, I sent up a link, watch.fatmouthsports.net, that takes you straight to our YouTube page. Go ahead, like and subscribe. I always love the crossover content because, like I said, I love everybody. So I'm gonna always reach out, even though we beat them D people in Jackson.
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll bust your ass in Tallahassee next month.
So
it's a long
and
season.
and then baseball season coming along. You know what?
We'll bust your ass in that too.
I need to say this for Trey, and this is definitely for the mayor and Smooth No. Listen, man, put them ski masks away. Last time y'all pulled them ski masks out, y'all got bounced out the tournament. Put the ski mask away. Just be normal people. It's gonna be all right. But TP, what you got for us this week?
I need some serious reviews done on the refs that's calling these games in the NFL. I'm sick of it. There's been too many instances where we can look at the game and clearly see that unfair calls are going in the Chiefs' direction. I get it. We want to see Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That's what sells tickets. I don't care about none of that. The integrity of the sport is being challenged, and I don't like it. We got to band together, and we got to say something. I don't know if we at the point of boycotting, but hey, it just has not been good for the game. The game against the Texans, the game against the Bills, it was just too many times where I saw things that looked fishy to me. Even the guys calling the game up in the booth. I don't know if I agree with that call, Jeff. I hear it all day. And then we're not supposed to complain. They got to get it done on the field. Like, I get it. D'Amico Ryans, he basically said, hey, we knew going in it was us against the world. But he meant that in a way that he knew that there was a chance that we might not have a fair shake at it. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. Good season to my Texans. I didn't get to talk about it last week. We got something to build on. We got a young team still. If we can stay healthy, if we can make some important roster moves in the offseason, I have all the confidence in the world. We'll be right back in the playoffs playing for a championship.
I gotta step in right there. I don't think y'all need to make roster moves. I think y'all just needed to be a little bit more healthy, and y'all would have had a shot. But that's just me.
I mean, that's part of the roster moves. You gotta have the next man up. Got to be able to produce.
I mean,
because
but y'all had
injuries are going to happen. It's hard.
Two of your main guys, they just both of them just tore up their knees, man. Like that hurts, bro. That's hard to come back from mid-season.
Might not even be able to come back from what he went through with Tank Dell.
Tank Dell might not be on the field next year. So roster moves are gonna have to be made. We had John Mechie and Hutchinson that came in, and they just weren't able to make the plays that we needed them to make in key situations. So, it is what it is. But we just got to do better as an organization with preparing for the worst. But CJ Stroud going into his third year, I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Yep.
But that's my time. I'll have more on Thursday. We're gonna talk a little bit about my Rockets. We playing good ball right now. So
it's nothing but win today. Yeah.
See, it's one more football game. I know they got the USFL, that's coming up, but focus is gonna be on basketball. It's gonna, we're gonna talk a lot about it on both podcasts because that's what is going on right now. So March Madness is around the corner. Women's college basketball, always exciting to watch. I can't wait to see how this bracket plays out. We got a lot to look forward to this downtime football seasons.
Woo. DK, what you got for us this week?
Got a couple of quick points. I want to say shout out to my Magic, getting everybody back, getting the crew back together. I know I'm saying my Magic like I'm not a Suns fan, but that's another team that I just really, really like to watch. It's a bunch of young guys similar to that Rockets team. They got some over there. When you see some, they got it. I don't know what it is yet because they don't really. Let's be honest, they don't really have like a team identity. Like Paolo does everything pretty well. Franz does everything pretty well. You can't really say that they have their 3-point shooting or they're a defensive team. They just play really well. They're a bunch of young guys that play really well. So I'm just excited to see them kind of get back together. Paolo's healthy and back. Franz is healthy and back from those oblique tears. And I don't know. That's going to be fun. But I guess my main point is my Jaguar signing Liam Cohen. Now, at first, I'm not gonna lie, that made my work day so bad. I was so salty that day. Some of the dudes like around work were like, "Are you okay? You good?" Like there was like my managers were checking me. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." I gave some BS excuse or whatever. But I was goddamn David, I was mad, bro, that we signed that dude. But then I thought about it for a second a little bit today. I'm like, nah, that dude had the Buccaneers offense kind of moving, man. And had it moving without Chris Godwin. They finally got the run game going this year. Like after I don't know, decade maybe, at least 5-10 years. I haven't seen them have a run game in quite since Doug Martin, really. It was nice to see that. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. He was able to do that with Baker. He had him Mike Evans over there. Hold on, Liam. We've been needing a good play caller. I hope that that's something that we get. So I'm optimistic now. I know the Twitter world and the media world are out there for his head and like like who this dude that they signed? They another trash year for the Jaguars. But something tells me that this is going to be just a little bit different, one way or another, because now the spotlight is on Trevor. Hey, bro, you going to get it done? If not, they're going to bring another dude in because I just can't. Well, no, it's possible. In 2 years, I'm sure there's going to be a reevaluation of him. Like, hey, is he going to be our guy or is he not? There's guys in college that are ready to rock and roll. So that that's going to be my 2 cents in my time for this week. I hope that Liam could weather the storm over there. We got some offensive pieces. We got Brian. Tank has been pretty good. Who knows what happens with Travis? I don't know. I think his contract is up. I don't think we gave him any sort of extension. So let's see, Liam. It's your chance. It's your chance to shine. It's your chance to shine.
Hey, you know what I got? I got Shrine Bowl on Thursday night. In Arlington, in Dallas. So
you gonna be there?
Yeah, I got my sideline pass on there, man. So I'm legit. Catch my interview I did with Jaquinda Jackson, Arkansas running back. Even though he's the ops.
Right, I was gonna say, hold
on. He the ops. He went to the rival high school. So, but it was a good chance to catch up with him and stuff like that. I was supposed to do some interviews today, but I'm a bit tired, bro. So I think I might go ahead tomorrow. But tomorrow is tomorrow is the last day. No, today was the last day of practice. So tomorrow, I think they are doing the banquet for Eddie George and Andrew Whittington. Yeah, the offensive lineman from LSU.
You got it right. Yeah.
Yeah. So So I think they're being inducted into the Shrine Bowl Hall of Fame. And then Thursday afternoon, they got some fun and games for the kids right before the game start, and 7:00 games kick off at AT&T Stadium. Other than our country going to hell in a handbasket because of that, is it okay to call him a dictator?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. That dictator, Trump, wanting to cut, put a freeze on federal grants and loans and the WIC and SNAP and Medicaid. Like, yeah, it has been a tumultuous, I won't say tumultuous, but it has been a very uneasy Tuesday. We are in Tuesday of the new week of this man's presidency, and it's not a presidency, his dictatorship. And for all of us that's here that looks like us, that voted for Kamala Harris, that knew better, make sure y'all, we basically strategize and mobilize and strategize. Get all your coins together, get what you need, get what you can, and just ride it out. Big Dummy ain't gonna be in office no more than 2 years.
Well,
but that's my little take right there. Oh, and of course, again, like I said, dig up Jerry Mama so we can tell her to put that black dress on so we can put some flowers on his door at Highland Park.
Well, I wish my week could be simple, but it ain't. And it's a lot of people that reach out to me and say, hey, man, why don't y'all stick to sports? Here's the problem. The things that I love are affected by politics. That dome in St. Pete, it is politicians deciding, is it going to be repaired? Or are they just going to let the Rays play out in Tampa until they erect the new stadium? All of this hubbub about shutting down financial disbursements to institutions, they've said a lot of stuff about what is okay and what's not okay. Pell Grants was not on that list.
Mm-hmm.
So since Pell Grants aren't on that list, that's a concern to me because that affects an institution that I love. I would love to just shut up and dribble, but I've never been given the opportunity to shut up and dribble because it's always a constant fight for survival. There's a difference between thriving and surviving. We are in survival mode. And why are we in survival mode? Because there are a lot of people who didn't listen to black people.
Yep.
And now we are in the fuck around and find out stage. You're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. You're going to want to march down the street. You want to call up your nearest neighbor that might not necessarily look white and say, hey, neighbor, I have an issue. Come march with me. No. Don't you pick up that phone and call your black friend. Don't you send that DM. Don't you send that email. You figure this out. We tried to tell y'all. And now you are finding out. Again, I would love for this to just be just about sports. But we ain't there no more.
You long go. You far past
I got to make sure whatever I can do, my little part to make sure that FAMU is still okay. That students that look like me can still get into Florida State. I got to do my part to make sure that happens. Because you didn't do your part to make sure I wouldn't be here. So no, I don't care about what's going on in the Middle East. No, I don't care about the fact that people are getting separated from families. I care, but it ain't nothing I can do about it because you didn't do your part.
Mm-hmm.
So, next time when that old black man try to give you advice and you don't want to listen, do not pick up the phone and ask him to protest nothing. Nothing. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It has been a joyful, amazing show. It is always good to collaborate with my D people from Jackson. Always good that we can come together and just be merry until football season or the basketball
until
game.
we bust y'all ass again in football.
Boy, that loss hurt. That loss, it was quiet. It was quiet in Big Land.
Bust y'all ass. The score was 21-20 with FAMU driving the ball, trying to drive the ball. They weren't even driving the ball. Y'all was on the other side of the field.
That man is reliving football. We in basketball, so he reliving football.
Hey, all I know is sack, fumble, scoop, score, then another fumble after that, score, and sent y'all asses butt hurt back to Tallahassee.
Again, we in basketball season, but it's all right. That is our time. I want to thank everybody for coming out. See y'all on Thursday, Gathering Old Man Podcast. As always, follow us on all of your streaming platforms. Like and subscribe. As always, we're trying to get to 500. Get us to 500. Thank you. And we are out.